welcome back, Firewood Addicts, to another episode of Travis Does Firewood. Today, these rounds are in the way. Locks are still here. I need my driveway back. Help me. So yeah, I haven't touched this area since the episode that we got, and it rained the other day. I mean, yeah, Travis in Seattle, it rains. But like, I was thinking it would stay sunny and nice the whole August. And talking to other people, this past week, the weather has dropped like 10 degrees. I may mention that in the previous episode, but yeah, I think fall is here, folks, and definitely need to scramble on wood. I need to get this out of my driveway, but anyway, for today's episode, what I want to do is, these are some massive rounds here, okay? I mean, I don't understand. I mean, these are like 22, maybe 24 inches across, and check out this like massive bark here. I could take the time to noodle these up, but here's what I want to do, and it may not be time effective. I want to take Old Red. She's right here. She's a little rusty because I haven't been used for a while. Either Old Red and or my Fiskars, and see if I can get these blocked up. I think this stuff here, I mean, a lot of it is pretty clear. I mean, not clear. It's straight grained, right? So should be able, in theory, be able to split up with an axe, as opposed to having to noodle it, or using a metal wedge and a maul, having to ferry these massive blocks down with my lawn tractor. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try that, and I need a workout. A lot of folks out there say firewood is therapy, physical and mental, and I agree. And I'm in need of some therapy right now. I mean, not like I'm sick, but like I need to get outside. Today's sunny. It's gonna rain tomorrow, and I need to get access to my driveway for a trailer. So let's see if I can knock out some of these rounds in the blocks, and we'll go from there. There's one. Let's see how this goes. Having used the axe, not miss and hit my tarp. It's a new tarp I don't want damaged. This stuff is definitely wet. Definitely wet. One chunk, a piece, with this. So these ones with the bark, these ones I'll throw in those totes we sold. It's like slab wood. Left up in the middle, because I'm not using my splitter. Probably will put in a loose stack rack wood for the stand pile. So again, at least for me, not wearing gloves, so my hands can slide down the shaft. not having to be odd or sexual, but just so you can feel the wood. Just because your hands are not going to be, at least for me, stagnant. Now, I'm not a pro at splitting wood with an axe, so you can critique that in the comments. That's fine. But I think that there's something to be said about using an axe to split wood, right? Yeah, that's a piece. Perfect, that's firewood, baby. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Feels good. Feels good. Yes. Nice piece. A lot of folks out there have the splitters. You got the big box single wedge transformer. I got a commercial or a semi-pro grade. You can bust out wood with their four-way wedge or whatever wedge, or they have divisional processors that can take whole logs and make cords within minutes. And I'm not pointing fingers, but I say a lot of them don't do a lot of axe splitting. Could be wrong, but I don't think a lot of them do. That's okay. It's okay. Not a lot of us have time for that, and I get it. I think that there's a time and a place to split with an axe. Now, I definitely don't have time. I'm one with a busy schedule. I could definitely wake up at 5, go to bed at midnight, still have work to do, type of thing. Let alone channel and whatever firewood I need to do. But I think the something you said, when you're feeling down, you're feeling low, and you know that firewood's therapy, get out there, get the splitting. Get out there and get the splitting. All there's to it. All there's to it right there, folks. Now, I'm not one for being motivational, not one to want people to follow me, whatever else, but I think that there's something to be said, like I said before, hand splitting. Don't own an axe, gotta get one. It'll be cheaper than a splitter. Take you longer, harder work, but you feel good afterwards. You did this by hand. By hand, folks. You gotta say it, you gotta mean it, you gotta feel it. You spread that pile, that round, that log by hand. Feels good. Feels good to say it. Feels good to admit it. Now there's a technique I was talking to you about how to flick it, kind of BBR style, with my buddy Brandon over at Whiskey River Trading, and I've not yet perfected that technique. It takes time, at least this is my opinion. If you split by hand every day, sure, you pick it up in no time. I don't split every day. I split not very often at all. Time is not my friend at the moment. It has not been my friend in a while. But if you have a block of time, you've got rounds, and nothing else to do, why not? Especially if you're feeling low, feeling down, feeling not yourself. You're feeling like you're not a woodhound. Break out the axe, break out those rounds, get to work. Get to work, folks. Get to work. You'll be tired when you're done. You'll probably be hot, bothered, exhausted, but you'll sleep well that night. You'll sleep better. It's science. This round's almost done. Definitely wet. Definitely wet. Definitely wet. Got something on going here. I don't know where to go. See if we get this back piece right here going on. Now I'm sitting with my shorts on and not my boots. So it's the safety thing. Then for a lot of you, not wearing gloves. So I'm not saying do as I do. I'm saying be your own advocate and wear your own PPE, and be safe, okay? I'm not saying what I'm doing right now is good or bad. This is what I'm doing right now, okay? So no judgment. However you cut, however you split with an axe, it's on you. Oh, that's in there. She was in there. She was in there. It has a knot right there, so I'm going to stop this round, move on to the next. All right, round number two. Round number two. A lot of people in previous videos when I was using my axe, commented that they like that sound. They like the sound the axe makes when it's chopping into wood, and I would have to agree. I would wholeheartedly have to agree with that opinion, that sound when it hits and breaks, when it pops. It's a good sound. That sound, you heard that. You heard that sound, that pop sound. Well, it happens when you work your way from the outside in, inside in, outside in. Pop. Now, I'm already getting a blister, probably already popped right here in my hand, with my thumb. So if any of you know how to alleviate that, let me know. Or just say, Travis, wear gloves. You tell me. You tell me what you do. Pop. She's soaked. This wood is soaked. She's wet, folks. A wet smelling dog is what it smells like. Damn cottonwood. Pop. Try it. Like so. If we spit sometimes, that happens. Nicked my tarp. I was afraid of that. Brand new tarp with no holes in it. Nicked it with my axe. Silly. Sinks in. so wet. Come on. That's a good one. That's a good chunk. That's good size there. That's good size. Good size. Probably a bad idea to chop on a nice tarp like this. But since I'm up here on the hill, I don't want to. The whole point of this is chunk it up, move it down the hill where it's going to be stacked. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. This piece, a lot of them will be resplit with the Champion. Some will go directly in the stack as is, like this one here maybe, because it's good size for the loose stack. Some will, because it's ugly, some will go into my my own stash to burn. May not be ready for this fall, but should be okay. Fall's here. Fall's coming. She's not stopping. Not sure how it's looking in terms of almanac of how cold of a fall and winter we're gonna have, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna see if I can knock out this last piece that's in line of where I can drive between the logs. Those two pieces are on the other side of the logs there, but this is kind of in the driveway, and I don't have much time, so I wanted just to get these rounds out of the way, if I could, hauled out, chunked up. So yeah, that felt good. That felt good. This bark is insanely thick. Way the handle, the axe hits the wood, that thud, a nice hollow, not hollow sound, is a solid thud. Those of you have used an axe before, you know that sound, and you know that feeling. It's a good feeling, and a good sound. This is where my cuts got kind of wonky. Diagonal. Still be okay. I'll still burn that. That's okay. That was all bark there. Oh yeah. What do you got here? Some larvae. Check this out. I don't know if you can see that or not. Right there, little guy. Little youngin' hanging out. This tree has some friends. Glad I'm able to do all this with Big Red. I think the tool is super cool, old school, handled by an expert, by a hobbyist, and old Red. Yeah, it's a fun tool. You gotta keep care of your stuff. You gotta maintain it, take care of it. Don't baby it, just gotta maintain it. Nice having that fire workers hook on the end, like a pickaroon type thing, which is why I got it. At the time I didn't have a pickaroon. Now I do. This is not splitting. This chunk is too big all the way. I got some knots and gnarlies on the sides here. Ah, there we go. That's a piece for you. Yeah. This is the piece right here. I mean, you roll this on the trailer as is. Not liking it. All right, here's the wood that we just split. In this pile we have the chunks that need to be resplit again soon, especially ones that have like too much wood to put in the bark totes, because in here the stack of cottonwood is all barkless. It's all naked. So we got a few pieces here to drive over to the bins. The totes over there that I had last time, now starting to refill those with chunks of cottonwood that have bark on them, that have enough meat on them to sell, but still bark. So we don't want any bark in here. We want just plain naked wood. So not a long video, but not very productive. But sometimes you have to stop what you're doing, break out that axe, break out your trusty favorite axe, and just split. Split 1 round, split 3 rounds, split a dozen. Whatever you can do. Maybe you have an hour, maybe you have half a day, maybe the full day. Split till you can no longer split. Split until you can no longer split where it's unsafe, where you can make a mistake and hurt yourself and or your equipment. I think there's something to be said with self-therapy, firewood, and an axe. I mean, others can have their own specific ways of therapy and firewood, but at least for me, sometimes getting a sweat going. This is now wet, this is soaked. With the axe especially is a good thing. Just get a workout in. Help clear the mind, focus on the wood in front of you, where you're aiming, where your cut's gonna be, make it flick it or not, and hone in on your skills of splitting, because nothing else really matters at that time, at that moment, because you need to be focused on that axe and that round, because any mistake could be bad, right? So kind of similar to a chainsaw, full attention needs to be on the work. You can't be off lollygagging. You can listen to a podcast, music, or jam out when doing a splitter. I don't recommend it because I don't want to have the music be too loud, because I already have hearing loss. But that's where you could perhaps, I'm not saying you should, I'm saying you can, in theory, zone out a little bit more when you're splitting, especially with a pro grade a splitter. There's more automation than thinking. This is having to hit a lever and you go, right? But I think there's something to be said with therapy and an axe. So you haven't tried that before, go back. If you have a pro splitter, I recommend getting an axe, borrowing an axe, whatever, bartering for an axe, and try it. Try it for 30 minutes, try it for an hour, and see how you feel. You may be sore the next day, but it's a good sore. It's a good feeling. Okay, try it. I want to know your thoughts down in the comments. Anyway, I thank you tuning in. I appreciate it. Until next time, life's too short to be a prick, so stay kind to one another. Stay safe. Rock and roll. Keep cutting. Cheers.